Jennifer kicked off her heels the moment she stepped into her flat. The weight of Lagos traffic was still sitting on her shoulders. Her shirt was damp under the arms, her wig slightly off-center, and her feet sore from the stylish mistake she called office heels. She dropped her handbag carelessly on the couch and headed straight to the fridge. It was empty, just two plastic bowls which used two stains, a bottle of drink, and half a lemon that looked like it had seen better days. She sighed. "I'll order something," she mumbled to herself and walked back to the living room. She was about to slump onto the couch when her phone buzzed beside her bag. She rolled her eyes before checking. It was her mom. She hesitated for a moment, then picked up. "Mommy." "Jennifer, my baby," came the warm but firm voice on the other end. "I just called to let you know I'm coming to your place this weekend." Jennifer straightened up instantly. "Eh?" "I said I'll be coming over to stay with you for the weekend, Friday to Sunday." There was silence. Jennifer blinked. "Ah, this weekend?" "Yes now. I want to rest more and spend time with you. You're always busy. Abi, is it not my house too?" Jennifer forced a weak smile even though her mother couldn't see it. "No now, mommy. It's your house. No problem." But the moment the call ended, she let out the biggest sigh of her week. This woman again," she groaned, pacing slowly to her kitchen like someone who had just been handed a prison sentence. "So no peace for me this weekend again? Just when I plan to sleep, binge watch movies and maybe do some self-care, mommy is coming to do her weekend inspection. Oh." She mimicked her mother as she grumbled. "Jennifer, why is there dust on this shelf? Jennifer, when last did you wash this bathroom? Jenny, is this how you live alone? Jenny, come and sit, let me talk to you. Jenny this, Jenny that." She shook her head and went to change into her comfortable t-shirt and leggings. Friday afternoon, Jennifer closed early from work just to clean up the house before her mother arrived. She mopped, arranged the throw pillows perfectly, and even sprayed the toilet with air freshener 3 times. Just as she was wiping down the kitchen counter, her mom's knock came. 3 sharp knocks, always 3. Jennifer opened the door with a neutral face, neither smiling nor frowning. "Ah, mommy, welcome." Her mom stepped in, small travel bag in one hand, Bible in the other. "Thank you, my dear." "My daughter, the big madam. You look clean, oh. Are you eating at all?" "I'm fine, mommy," Jennifer said, dragging her bag from her and helping her inside. "You sure? Your cheek has entered inside small." "Mommy, it's just work stress." Her mother replied, already scanning the living room like a soldier inspecting a barracks. Jennifer forced a laugh. "Sit down first now. At least rest before you start finding faults." Her mom chuckled and sat. "I just want to make sure my daughter is not living like a goat in this Lagos." They settled in. An hour passed and Jennifer went to the kitchen. "Mommy, you will eat, right?" "Yes, oh. I didn't eat before leaving." Jennifer went to the freezer, brought out a plastic container of fried rice and began microwaving it. From the living room, her mom's voice echoed. "Jenny, what are you warming like that? Is it home cooked or the food you ordered?" Jennifer winced. She had hoped she could get away with it. She walked back in with the tray. "I ordered it, mommy, but it's clean, oh, it's from a good vendor." Her mother dropped her spoon instantly, as if the plate was contaminated. "Or dad?" she hissed. "I'm not eating." Jennifer blinked. "Mommy." "Don't mommy me. You want to kill me with your dirty outside food? I have told you, Jennifer, stop ordering food online. I raised you to cook, not to eat random things you don't even know how they were prepared." Jennifer sighed and sat down across her, already preparing her mental shield for the lecture that was about to come. "Mommy, it's not dirty. I've been eating from this vendor for a long time. She's clean. In fact, her food tastes even better than mine." Her mother threw her a long, disappointed stare. "Ha! Hear yourself, oh. Food that you did not see being cooked. You don't know where it was made. You don't know the state of their kitchen. You don't even know what kind of spirit that woman carries. Jennifer rolled her eyes. Mommy, spirit again? Yes, spirit. Her mother snapped, banging her palm lightly on the table. You think life is only physical? Jenny, I've warned you. Food is not just food. Anything you eat enters your soul, not just your belly. Mommy, you've come again, Madam Spiritual, Mommy Jesus, Jennifer said, half joking, half tired. Her mother ignored the sarcasm. How many of these cooks will even buy fresh pepper and ingredients? How will they make their profits if they don't cut corners? Jennifer picked up her own spoon and started eating slowly. Mommy, please, not again. But her mother wasn't done. I watched a video just last week, she began, pointing with authority. One of those YouTubers that cook food for delivery. The woman was using tomatoes that had black spots. You know those ones, when you cut them, inside is already messed up with some slimy black or white thing, fungi or bacteria or whatever they call it. And you people will say they fried it so it's okay. My dear, some of these things don't even die with heat. They are heat resistant. You don't know? Jennifer paused. She remembered she had once seen black seeds in jollof rice before, but ignored it. How many of these vendors have time to inspect everything? Time is money. If they throw 10 spoiled tomatoes into the blender, will you know? You will just eat and be saying it's sweet. When Jennifer tried to argue again, her mother stood and pulled her by the hand. No more argument. We are going to the market. Mommy, please, stand up. You don't have food in this house and you don't want to learn? Reluctantly, Jennifer grabbed her purse and followed her mother to the market. At the market, her mother moved with military precision. See this pepper, she said, inspecting each one. Clean. See this tomato. Fresh. That's how to shop. Jennifer held the bags, eyes rolling as her mother moved from one stall to another. By noon, they were back home. They cleaned, sliced, and cooked. They made vegetable soup, egusi soup, stew, and jollof rice from scratch. The aroma alone lifted Jennifer's mood. They ate together, giggling and talking. Her mom shared stories of her stubborn youth and spiritual warnings she didn't obey. That night, as they sat watching a movie, Jennifer looked at the dining table, covered in real home-cooked food. Maybe, just maybe, her mom had a point. By Sunday evening, Jennifer was already sulking. Her mom's visit had gone smoother than expected, but the constant talking, the market run, the sweating in the kitchen, and all the spiritual lessons had drained her. She stood by the door as her mom wheeled her small bag outside. Remember everything I told you, her mom said as she adjusted her scarf. Food is not just food. Be careful what you eat. Yes, mommy. And try to cook on weekends. That's how a responsible and intentional woman lives. Yes, mommy. Her mother turned and pointed gently. Jennifer, I didn't raise you to be eating anyhow outside. I don't know where you picked up that nonsense. It's not from me. Jennifer chuckled. It's city life, mommy. Her mother rolled her eyes. City life that will soon send you to an early grave if you are not careful. Bye-bye, Joe. As soon as the door shut, Jennifer dropped onto the couch and exhaled loudly. She turned on the television and watched a few episodes of her favorite Korean drama. Around 9 p.m., she opened the fridge and stared inside. Rows of neatly packed bowls, stew, soups, and leftover jollof rice lined the freezer. Mommy tried, Sha, she said with a smile. She ate small rice, felt full, and went to bed. The week started as usual. Traffic, emails, deadlines, coffee, noise. By Thursday evening, Jennifer returned home with her shoulders sagging. Her face looked tired, makeup already worn off from the stress of the day. She went straight to the kitchen and opened her freezer. It was empty. She opened it again as if her sight was playing tricks. She bent and double-checked. Nothing, not even stew. Everything has finished, she mumbled. She closed the fridge slowly, rubbing her belly. She didn't even have the strength to cook noodles, let alone wash pots. She picked up her phone from the side table. Her finger hovered over the food delivery app. Just then, her phone slipped from her hand and hit the tiled floor. Jesus! She screamed and dove for it. She picked it up and turned it over slowly. The screen lit up. Ah, thank you, Jesus. She sighed, pressing her chest. iPhone 16 screen. With this my dry account balance, God forbid though. I don't even want to imagine the bill. This phone is the only tangible thing I got from that useless ex of mine. She unlocked the phone and opened her favorite food app. With one tap, she went straight to her regular vendor's page. Then she saw it. Notice, vendor on short break. Will resume in few days. Thank you for understanding. She blinked twice, reloaded the page. Same message. No. Her stomach rumbled in protest. She sat on the floor for a minute, thinking. Her mother's voice echoed in her head. Jennifer, cook for yourself and stop ordering food. She groaned and covered her ears. Rest, I beg. I'm not in the mood. She stood up, walked to the kitchen, and opened the cupboard. Only dry things. Beans, rice, nothing quick. Her eyes returned to the phone. I'll just try a new vendor. She opened the app and browsed for a bit. Most didn't appeal to her, but one had great reviews and even tagged their food as premium and homemade. Their display photos looked nice. The menu had everything she liked. She ordered vegetable soup, jollof rice, egusi soup, beef stew, all in family-sized packs. Might as well stock up, she said. I can't kill myself. She paid and waited. 30 minutes passed, then 1 hour. She sent a message. Hello, just checking on my order. The vendor replied quickly. Good evening, ma. The rider is on the way. Please bear with us. She sighed. By 4:15 p.m., she was lying flat on the couch, stomach grumbling. She drank some cold water and stared at the ceiling. Her hunger was beginning to feel like heartbreak. Let me drink small garri, she mumbled, getting up. She poured some garri into the cup, added sugar, milk, groundnut, and cold water, and took a few sips. Just as she was halfway through, she dozed off. A loud knock woke her with a start. She rubbed her eyes. It was dark. She opened the door. The delivery man stood with nylon bags in his hand. You took too long, she said. Sorry, ma. I was held up in traffic, he explained, looking exhausted. She sighed and carried her food inside. She opened the vegetable soup, microwaved a portion, and made semo. The aroma hit her nose. This smells really good. She sat and ate. Delicious, well seasoned. She even licked her fingers. She felt satisfied for the first time all day. Around 12:30 a.m., she was still scrolling through her phone when it started. A small wave of discomfort hit her stomach. She paused. Maybe I ate too much. She adjusted her position. Another wave came. This time, sharper, then a cramp. She sat up slowly. Wait, what's this? The cramp intensified. Her stomach churned. She jumped up and ran to the bathroom. In the next 10 minutes, she was already purging, over and over. She held the toilet seat, panting. Her eyes watered. Her body was shaking. What is this now? She groaned. By 2 a.m., she was weak, sweaty, and curled up on the bathroom floor. She reached for her phone and booked a ride to the nearest clinic. She could barely walk straight when she arrived. The nurses helped her in. They checked her vitals, gave her a drip, and injected her with something to calm her stomach. The doctor glanced at her. You probably ate something that didn't sit well. She nodded, too weak to talk. The drip calmed her. The nurse brought oral rehydration solution. By 5 a.m., she was feeling better, still tired, but stable. The nurse gave her a prescription and told her to rest for the day. She didn't tell anyone, not even her mom. This is just vegetable soup wahala. Tomorrow I will eat jollof rice, she said to herself, lying back down. The next morning, Jennifer stayed home from work. Her body still felt a bit slow and lightheaded, but she wasn't in any serious pain anymore. She lay on her bed scrolling through WhatsApp statuses when her stomach gave a small growl. "I haven't eaten since yesterday," she muttered, rubbing her belly, "and it was just a little purging, nothing serious. My body just wasn't used to vegetable soup like that." She got up from the bed and padded into the kitchen. She opened the freezer and scanned through the food bowls. Her eyes landed on the jollof rice. A smile crept onto her face. Her favorite. "Time for redemption," she said. Jollof rice never fails. She microwaved the plate, added 2 pieces of soft beef, and poured herself a cold glass of zobo drink. The aroma filled the room. She took her first spoon. She said aloud, "Perfect. This one can't possibly do anything to me." She ate slowly, with music playing in the background and her mind dancing between her to-do list and a pending Instagram post. About an hour later, she was on the couch watching YouTube when a familiar rumble echoed from her stomach. "Eh?" She paused the video, waited. Another cramp hit her lower belly. This one wasn't just discomfort, it was a sharp twist. She sat up straight. Oh no! She ran to the toilet. This time, the purging was worse, violent, non-stop. Before she could recover, she felt bile rising in her throat. She turned around and vomited everything: the food, the water, even the little zobo she drank. Her body shook. Her legs wobbled beneath her. She held on to the wall for support. Her mouth was dry, but her skin was clammy with sweat. She sat on the bathroom floor and leaned against the bathtub. Her hand trembled as she reached for her phone and called her neighbor, Ifoma. Ifoma picked on the second ring. "Hello, Ifoma." Jennifer's voice was hoarse. "Please, help me. I think I need to go to the hospital." 30 minutes later, Ifoma helped Jennifer into the hospital reception. She had to explain everything on Jennifer's behalf because Jennifer was too weak to speak clearly. The nurses rushed her in. Another drip, more tests. They drew blood, took samples. The doctor came and asked questions. She nodded slowly, giving short answers. "Did you eat anything outside?" Jennifer gave a faint yes. They admitted her immediately. "You are severely dehydrated." The doctor said, "We need to monitor you." Jennifer lay there, a cannula in her hand, her eyes half open, her lips dry and cracked. The air conditioner was humming softly, but her skin was hot. When she could finally sit up the next morning, the doctor came in, holding a chart. "We ran a series of tests," he began. "Food poisoning was the initial concern, but we didn't find any of the usual bacteria. No salmonella, no E. coli, no typhoid, nothing unusual." Jennifer looked up slowly. "So, what's wrong with me?" The doctor paused. "Well, that's what we are still trying to figure out." "You mean you don't know?" She shrugged. "Your vitals are fluctuating strangely. We've ruled out infection. For now, we will continue with supportive treatment and monitor your response to the medications." Jennifer blinked. "So you are giving me medicine without knowing what exactly you are treating?" The doctor smiled gently. "We call it symptomatic care." That was when it hit her. Something about all this felt wrong. Not just medically, spiritually. Her mom's word returned again, this time ringing louder. "Jennifer, I said stop eating food you don't know. You don't know the spirit using the cook. You don't know what travels with the food. Life is spiritual." She turned her face to the wall, silent, scared and ashamed. By the third day in the hospital, she was improving physically, but emotionally, she was a wreck. She hadn't told her mom anything yet. She kept dodging calls, replying with short "I'm fine, just resting" texts. But that day, as she scrolled through her phone, her hand slipped and a spoonful of leftover stew image popped up in her camera gallery. Her stomach turned. She knew what she had to do. She called her mom. "Hello, Mommy." "Jennifer, you finally remembered me." "Mommy, please, I'm sorry." "What's wrong?" There was silence. "Mommy, I'm in the hospital." "Eh? Jesus." Why? What happened? Talk to me. Jennifer, it's the food. I ordered again. She expected her mom to yell, but the line was quiet. Then her mother said softly, "Where are you?" She gave her the address. "I'm coming." When her mother walked into the hospital room, Jennifer felt both relief and guilt at once. Her mom looked around and went straight to the bed. She didn't speak. She just looked at her daughter's face and shook her head slowly. Jennifer. Jennifer started crying. "I'm sorry, Mommy." Before her mom could speak, something strange happened. As she moved towards the chair to sit, she paused suddenly and turned. Her eyes scanned the room slowly, then she froze. She turned towards the window, though no one was there, and whispered, "Who said that?" Jennifer looked up. "Mommy." Her mother's eyes were fixed on the window. Then she spoke. "I heard it." "Heard what, Mommy?" "A voice." "What voice?" Her mom turned slowly to her, her voice low but clear. "It said, Agbano." Jennifer blinked. "What does that mean?" Her mother's face grew serious. "Agbano means waste. It means to destroy, to empty a person." Jennifer felt cheese rise on her skin. "From the beginning, this whole thing wasn't about your stomach," her mother said, sitting down. "It was to waste your resources, to waste your time, your strength, your peace, your money, even your health." Jennifer covered her face and wept. Her mom placed her hand on her shoulder and whispered, "I told you, life is spiritual. You think it's just rice and stew? You think it's just pepper and meat? You don't know what covenant you entered by eating from the wrong hand." Jennifer sniffed. "Mommy, doctors still can't say what is wrong because it's not physical." She wiped her daughter's tears with her scarf. "You're lucky it showed itself like this. Some people eat spiritual pollution every week and just keep losing. They keep losing their joy, their sleep, their promotion, even their glory, without knowing it's food doing them." Jennifer looked at her mother with wide, desperate eyes. "Mommy, please pray for me." Her mother placed her palm on Jennifer's forehead. "Heavenly Father," she began, "I thank you for preserving my child's life. Any strange covenants enter through strange food. Father, cancel it. I declare her delivered from every agenda of waste and affliction. No more delay, no more sickness, no more bondage." She continued in her native Yoruba tongue for a few minutes. The room felt still, yet heavy. When she finished praying, Jennifer felt a peace she hadn't felt in days. Her mom smiled. "You'll be okay now." Jennifer nodded slowly. That night, the nurses confirmed her vitals had stabilized. By the next day, she was discharged. Jennifer stepped into her apartment like someone walking into a crime scene. Everything looked the same, but nothing felt the same. The food packs were still sitting where she left them, untouched since the hospital incident. She walked slowly to the kitchen and opened the freezer. The egusi soup, the stew, one full bowl of jollof rice. Everything still frozen. Just looking at them turned her stomach. For a moment, she stood still, arms folded. Then, something in her snapped. Without a word, she began yanking each bowl from the freezer. One by one, she dumped them into a large trash bag, still sealed, still cold. Even the plastic spoon she had used that night, she threw it in. She wasn't just throwing food away. She was throwing away every excuse, every argument, every fake confidence, every careless, "I'm too busy," she would ever said. She tied the bag, knotted it tightly, and dragged it outside to the dumpster. When she came back in, she washed her hands, wiped her face, and collapsed on the couch. Her body was free, but her soul was still catching up. She picked up her phone and opened the food delivery app. Her hand hovered over the vendor's profile. Her finger shook as she clicked on the review tab. She gave it 1 star and then wrote, "I don't even know what you people put inside that food that I almost died." But as she was about to click send, her phone slipped again and fell to the floor, face down. She blinked, stunned. Again? She bent quickly, picked it up, and checked for cracks. The phone was fine, not a single scratch. She turned to see her mom, who had just stepped out of the bedroom. Watching the scene with folded arms and amused look, Jennifer exhaled. That's the second time this phone has fallen since this whole food saga started. Her mom chuckled as she moved towards her and sat. My daughter, she said, adjusting her wrapper. You don't fight spiritual battles with physical weapons. Jennifer looked up. Huh? Her mom smiled. You want to go and tie bad review? Fight with one star, right? That won't fix what was never physical to begin with. Jennifer sank into the couch like someone who had just finished a long exam. Her mom continued gently. The food you were eating wasn't just physical. There are some things in life that are transactions. You may think it's ordinary pepper soup, but in the spirit, it's a doorway. Jennifer nodded slowly, her eyes welling again. Mommy, I didn't know. I know you didn't. Her mother replied. That's why God showed you mercy. Some people don't get the chance to see the danger. They just keep losing peace, money, strength, and they don't even know the root. Jennifer wiped her tears. I have learnt my lesson. Her mother leaned in. The Bible says in Proverbs chapter 14 verse 12, there is a way that seems right to a man, but the end thereof is death. You thought ordering food was smart, convenient, modern, but spiritually, it was a trap. Jennifer closed her eyes and nodded. Her mom added, everything we do, who we relate with, what we eat, where we enter, who touches our head, has spiritual meaning. But your generation think elders are just paranoid. I won't argue with you again, Mommy, Jennifer said with a weak laugh. Good, because you don't need to. Just be careful. Next time, when you see trouble dressed in convenience, walk the other way. The room fell silent for a moment. Jennifer looked at her phone again. Maybe God used this phone to remind me I am being protected, she said softly. Her mother laughed. Or maybe he used it to remind you that some battles are not meant to be fought on the screen. They both chuckled. Jennifer stood up slowly and walked into the kitchen. She poured herself a cup of warm water and stared out of the window. Outside, the sky was quiet, calm. It felt like peace had returned, not just to her house, but to her life. Her phone buzzed, a new notification from the food delivery app. She stared at it, then quietly deleted the app. No drama, no speech, just deleted. She turned off the light, walked back to the living room, and curled up beside her mother on the couch. I'm hungry, she whispered. Her mom smiled without looking at her. There's yam in the kitchen. Let's cook. This time, Jennifer got up first. I hope you enjoyed this story. If you like it, you will love the next one. Click to watch it now. Goodbye.